Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's Tristan, and today in this video, what I got going on for you guys is we are up early today, but we got an important sneaker to discuss. It's actually a past release. Normally, I don't make videos recapping on releases, but this is one I've seen in my comment sections quite a few times. People have been asking me about, well, this sneaker right here, the Velvet Travis Scott Low, and is it still a hold? And what's been happening with this sneaker recently? Because they've been dipping in price, but that dip has really stopped as of recent, and now they've kind of flattened out and actually started to trend up a little bit in some sizes. Not much though, only like 10-20 bucks, barely noticeable. So they really aren't going up in price yet. You know, they've mainly done dipping. But let's discuss where they're going to be heading. Do I think this is a sneaker that's still worth the hold? And, well, I mean, it's a great sneaker. I really like the colorway. I mean, if you wore them with the pink laces, I think it'd be pretty fire. But let's get into it. If you guys want more content like this, feel free to subscribe and like down below. Do not forget, let's just try and hit 300 likes on this video. Lets me know y'all want more videos like this. And you can check me out my IGs down below. I'm always buying, selling. So if you guys just want to check my story, see what I got for sale. Or if you want to join the raffle we're doing right now for the Udo SB, check that out. You can win an unreleased size 13 for like 20 bucks if you want to check that out. So don't miss out on that. I'll link my raffle page down below as well, so y'all can just, follow there if you want to join there. It's also on my regular Instagram, but I have a specific page for it as well. So you can watch when I go live and run it, you know what I mean? And don't forget the undermarket sneakers we do every single day at Resell Vision. You guys can see some of those recent deals we've done. We've done plenty of Travis Scott lows in the past, and right now we're focusing on doing the brick by brick 4s and SB Jordan 4 Navies undermarket. So if you guys like that, and early info on Sneaker Strap along with stock numbers on those releases, check that out down below. Oh, and don't forget, if y'all also want to, again, I appreciate everyone who's been supporting the recent merch drop, the mug that we did. So if you want to check that out down below, or again, it's not just this. You can also see the new tee that we dropped, and we got a couple other designs right here. This is personally the tee that I like the most. Is a little W's only one, very simple. And the new one we made, actually got one on the way in my size. Love that one. I'm gonna be rocking that a lot in the videos. Y'all will see that. But I hope y'all will enjoy it, and let's get into discussing these. All that I mentioned, it's in the pinned comment. I don't want to, discuss it for too long. Let's discuss the shoe, you know what I mean? So first things first, let's just dive into what the sneaker actually looks like. So you guys can see this is just one of the shoes. It has the Cactus Jack on the back. The other one just has kind of that Air Jordan logo. But y'all can see right here the swoosh, that brown suede that they're going with. You can see it's a couple different tones, but overall still mostly brown suede. And that's what we got with this sneaker, really. Pretty basic. You can also see unique insoles right there. Not super visible, but you can see the Jumpman right there. This is just a size 12 right here. Not for sale. Not for sale. I know some of y'all in the comments probably were going to be asking about price right there, but no, this is for sale. This is just one that I'm keeping for a bit and seeing what happens. Because I still really believe in this sneaker as a whole. If you want to know my personal thoughts right off the bat, I still think this pair is a great hold. I mean, we're still talking about a Travis Scott low. Yes, they've dropped in price because, well, Paris came on the way from, the sneakers release, and you have to think about also the Travis Scott website. I mean, I had a pair for retail there, so, I had a pair on the way. If I had thought about selling it, and, again, that would have been another pair that would have contributed to the market, maybe drop the price, who knows? So you have to think about that. There was more pairs that were on the way from the sneakers drop, other online releases, and that was going to cause the prices to drop for a couple weeks. But if you look at the sneaker now, again, we'll show you the prices in a couple minutes here on StockX, they've really flattened out and stopped dropping in price. And I do think that is very telling for this sneaker, and also setting it up for a good summer. I definitely think we're going to be seeing these rise a little bit slightly over the summer. If not this summer, we're going to be seeing these make some progress around Christmas time, because I think that would have been around a year from the initial release of these, if I'm right. So yeah, if that would be around a year, then I really think they could start making some progress then. If you actually look at a lot of past Travis Scott lows, for a year or so, they really weren't doing much. But then after a year or so, when they became, a little bit harder to find, they just soared up in price, and then everyone started looking for them again. And then, well, they were hard to find because, they're more expensive. So you basically got to pay more if you want to get them. So I see a similar situation happening with these, not on as large of a scale as, for example, maybe the Black Phantoms or the Reverse Mochas. Those have both soared up in the past and really surprised people, because people thought, again, since there was a bit more of them than past Travis lows that they had done, people thought, they're going to get much cheaper, but that didn't happen. And I think we're going to see a similar situation here where, again, they did do a bit more of these, but we're going to see these rise in price. I personally think that whether it's later this year, whether it's over the summer this year, I think we'll see some really good progress on these, because it's a very wearable colorway too. I mean, you really cannot go wrong with all brown. I mean, check that out. Y'all can see the Cactus Jack, how that blends in right there. That's also reflective, I might add. So again, there's just lots of small details on this sneaker that make it really nice if you blend it all together. So personally, I could easily see this. Again, it's a shoe that right now is at like $300, $350 in most sizes. I could easily see that at $450, $500 at the later part of this year. If not the later part of this year, I would say around midway, early next year, probably around February, March of next year, early kind of like summertime, you know what I mean? But again, this would be a sneaker that mainly is worth it to hold only in bulk, or if you have a few pairs that you hit for retail. If you have a few pairs that you hit for retail, sure. I definitely think this is one of those ones you can just put away for a few years and forget about. That's honestly, if you want to know what I'm doing with a lot of my Travis Lows, it's what I'm doing. It's a bit risky because, again, the hype could completely drop off and I take a L. But, you know, with some of them that I paid retail on, I'm just willing to take a bit of the risk and, you know, see what happens over time. Maybe they'll become harder to find and be more limited like the other ones. I mean, just go look at the Fragment Lows. Go look at the Reverse Mochas. Go look at the Black Phantoms. I mean, almost all past Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low colorways are going for more than they went for at first. So I see no reason as to why this would be an exception, especially a colorway that's as wearable as this. And I got a good size at 12, you know what I mean? I know my size 12 boys, you know, always complaining about it being hard to find, and justified, like y'all allowed to complain. They never be making enough big sizes, but I swear that's on purpose. But aside from that, let's get into, you know, a little resale analysis. I was charging my phone for a second there, but yeah, that's what the shoe looks like. Y'all already know what they look like, but again, I want to show y'all actually that they plateaued in price recently. I feel like this is important to show y'all because now's a really good time to buy, in my opinion. You might be able to find some people just looking to clear these right now, focus on the next drop. It's been a few months after the release, you know. Most people that were probably looking for a pair probably already gone out the way and gotten their pair. So you might be able to find someone that's just like trying to find someone that's looking for a pair. I mean, with a Travis Low, it's really never hard to find a buyer. But, you know, you might be able to find a bit of a better deal right now considering it's a few months after the release. And, well, you know, it just, you know, they've stopped dropping in price, really. So kind of lets us know that this is the low time now. Just probably look, you know what I mean, if you're looking for a decent deal. But aside from that, let me show you what I'm talking about. I'll just be yapping. Ooh, I can charge my phone at the same time here. Let's go. All right, so as you guys can see, we do have the screen recording up right here. And you can see this still has the lightning bolt symbol. This is one of the main things I want to mention. This thing, or not this thing, but this sneaker has always had the lightning bolt symbol. It has always been popular, always been one that people have gone out the way for. And that's one thing I'm going to mention. This will always be a very popular sneaker. It's going to have a lot of attention to it. It's a super wearable colorway. It wouldn't surprise me if this even goes up. You know what I mean? It's right now at 270, but it wouldn't shock me if like the later part of this year, over the summer, you know, when people are just feeling good, wearing more low top sneakers when it's warm outside, things like that. It wouldn't surprise me if we see these at like 400 sales in 3 days or like 500 sales in 3 days, just trending a bit more, you know what I mean? Just because more people are looking for them when it's a bit warm outside, you know. But let me show you all the current prices. As y'all can see, between that $300 to $350 range. And again, these are a little bit all over the place. It's mainly, and this is the thing with Travis Scott Lows, it's mainly the popular sizes that go for more, not the bigger sizes, the popular ones. So that would be size 9, 10, 9.5, 10.5. Size 11 is a really hard one to find for Travis Scott Lows over time. If you have a size 11 Travis Scott Low, please keep it for a few years and keep it brand new, because I guarantee you it will be very valuable in a few years. That's one thing I've always noticed, just size 11. Baller money on that. So please keep your size 11 in these if you have it. As you can see, it's literally one of the most valuable sizes other than size 11.5. I hadn't even looked at it until literally a second ago. I was just guessing that it was one of the most valuable ones, and there you go. You can see it is. It's just size 11 is like that down the middle size. It's like almost like a bigger size, almost, you know, a smaller size. It's just kind of, you know, like you wear an 11, you know what I mean? It's not a 13, it's not a 10. It's just, you know, not a big size, not a small size. It's just right there, you know what I mean? Almost like a median, you know what I mean? Even though I know the average size is closer to like, you know, 9.5 or 10, or I think right around there. But yeah, that's how I think about size 11 always. It's just like that straight down the middle one, always going to be going for good money, and always going to be one that someone will be looking for. So that's how I can think about it. But what I think about these over time, again, take a look at size 11 right here. Look at this. As you all can see, over the last month or so, look at this. You can see they've really stopped dropping in price. And now, actually, look at this. Why are we having sales higher now? Look at that, heading into the summer. We actually see these slowly maybe trending up in price. Look at this. 342, then 366, 377, 380. Look at that. So I'm just trying to let y'all know I've seen the Velvet Brown Low market flip recently. And I personally, if you are willing, again, and want to pay resale on some pairs and think that it could be a good long-term bet, I personally think, again, if you wait a couple years on these, they'll be going for some really good bread. Because if you look at it, some of these Travis Scott Lows that even dropped a few years ago that we thought the hype wasn't even going to be there for right in a few years, I mean, now they're going for like $2,000, $3,000. It's crazy. I mean, I saw my Fragment Lows. It was a smaller size, so ended up being a good sale, and I needed the cash back then, right? I was like 17, but yeah, you know what I mean? Just go look at what they're going for now. It's just nuts to see that. So yeah, I personally believe in the Travis Scott lows still. It's always a sneaker that, you know, people are kind of like going out the way for, even people that like aren't into sneakers like that. You know what I mean? They know what Travis Scott lows are, you know? So even, you know, my mom isn't like super, you know, huge on kicks, but she knows what the Travis Scott lows are. You know what I mean? She sees people with them, things like that. So yeah, that's what I think about these. I think it's a great long-term bet still, and I've seen the market flip. Again, I've seen the market flip recently from when it's not dropping in price anymore. Now they're actually starting to trend up slowly in price. So just pay attention to that. Usually that's when it's starting to set up to maybe go up in price pretty good. So that's what I think about the Velvet Brown lows. Again, I think it could easily hit a $450 to $550 price range with, again, the sizes that would be going for more, 9, 10, 11, you know, just the more popular sizes. That tends to be what goes for more on the Travis Scott lows. It's not your average sneaker. It's not one where just the bigger sizes are going to go for more. Now, over time, you will see the larger sizes will probably end up going for more, but right now, it's going to be the popular sizes that will be trending up in price a little bit quicker than at first. Like size 11 in these, it's going to be very golden over the next few months, in my opinion. I think we will easily see size 11 over the next few months go from that $370, $380 range, probably to a range of $450. That's my personal prediction, though. I think they're going to be very popular, though. It's, again, one of the more affordable Travis Scott lows, extremely wearable. It's in men's sizing. Like all the reasons to go up in price. So yeah, I have my few that have hit for retail. I'm holding on to them, and I think we will do good on that. So let me know what you guys think. And shout out to whoever commented this recently in my comment section that was like, yo, Tristan, recap on these. Like, there's definitely some stuff to talk about on these. You're right, man. You were 100% right. There's definitely some stuff to talk about with these. You know what I mean? It's the perfect time to actually talk about them right now, considering they've stopped dropping in price recently, and now it's like they're actually going to start going up in price, I think, personally. So it's good to see. So you got a couple weeks to buy these basically before we really hit that warmer season, you know what I mean, kind of in April, May, and these start slowly trending up in price, in my opinion. Again, one of the cheaper Travis lows in men's sizing, very wearable, kind of almost a mocha colorway. Yeah, I see a lot of reasons as to why they could go up. So I personally got my few. But again, we will end it there. I don't want to talk for too much, so or too long, excuse me. So if y'all want more content like this, feel free to subscribe and like down below. Do not forget, we're just trying to 300 on this video. And again, one thing I'll say quickly, I appreciate y'all, as always, for supporting the recent merch drop. Y'all already knew what I was going to say right there, but feel free to check out the recent mug we did down below. Any of the tees, again, I didn't show y'all this one at the start, but I love this tee right here. We kind of made a similar design with the SB4s. Maybe y'all see that on the screen right now. So yeah, y'all can see that new tee. This Sneaker Trio one matches this mug right here. So feel free to check any of that, again, down below. I would show y'all the crew neck, but I wore that yesterday, so that's like my favorite piece. I told you I was going to wear that yesterday. I always do. It's just a super comfy sweatshirt. So yeah, feel free to check that and a few different designs, some of the other stuff, and I appreciate you guys. It's helped support the channel some, so thank you all. And we're going to keep bringing y'all the banger videos. Stay tuned tomorrow for the Dodger Kobe review. That's going to be a little bit of an early pair review. I think those are dropping in April, so slightly early review. You know what I mean? So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming tomorrow. And yeah, again, check us out, Resell Vision down below. Don't forget the undermarket sneakers we do every single day. We've done some Travis lows in the past, but right now, y'all can see we're doing the brick by bricks and SB4s undermarket. And again, providing y'all that sneakers early info. That's key. So let's see. Thank you guys. I actually need to check what time it is right now because, okay, yeah, we got an important sneakers drop in 14 minutes. The Big Head Origins Air Max. I do not want to miss out on those. The second I figured out they were Donkey Kong inspired, I was like, all right, let's go for these. I'm actually going to tell my dad too because he probably wants those. He's like a big on vintage video games, so I need to let him know that. But yeah, hopefully he doesn't forget. Well, I haven't even sent him the link, so I need to send him that now. But I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. And don't miss out on that. We'll have another video. Again, it'll be that review on the Kobe Dodgers. I'll see y'all then. Peace.